Stop recording. Stop recording button.
Hey guys, my name is Jenny Rollins. This is my first YouTube video, so a little bit nervous, but I'll give it a crack. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm 42, happily married with a brand new puppy who's giving me a lot of trouble. I live in Australia and I'm completely blind since 2012. Just a bit of a backstory on me. At the age of 3.5, I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I was living in Melbourne, very cold weather. Went to see the doctor, and back then they didn't have a lot of options, so I was given heavy doses of cortisone. That in turn caused cataracts in my eyes. And again, so many years ago, cataract surgery wasn't advanced as it is today, so I was taken in to get my lenses, my natural lenses in my eyes taken out. So from then on I had to wear very thick glasses because my eyesight was very, very poor to begin with. So yeah, moving forward, I lived my life as normal as I could. We moved up to Queensland for the warmer weather for my arthritis. And I was just living my life as normally as I could. Never had great eyesight, and that's what the lenses were for, the glasses, but eventually I developed glaucoma. I had quite a number of surgeries, and because I was so young, I healed rather quickly. So the back of my eye would just fill up with fluid all the time, and so hence surgery after surgery. As most of my blind friends know, or visually impaired friends know, that the more surgeries you have, the more scar tissue you develop. So the last surgery I had went successfully as far as I thought, and pretty much overnight my right eye was the predominantly stronger eye. The eyesight just went. So I went completely blind in the right eye. They think, or I think to this day, that it must have been a retinal detachment, and they just didn't know it. So my left eye wasn't very strong. It was like looking through, a lens that wasn't strong enough for you. So I have faith in God, and I truly believe that was a miracle for me. So my left eye just started working, which granted me a lot of sight for the next how many years. My eyesight eventually just started deteriorated over the years. It was sort of slowly, gradually getting worse. I'd get stronger lenses, which helped, and it just kept getting worse. It was every couple of years, and then it was kind of getting closer in between, so it was every year and then every few months. In the end, my left eye was so cloudy and foggy. I went to see a cornea doctor, and he said, we'll have to do a cornea transplant, which I did. During that procedure, he had to cut a lot of scar tissue to even get to the part of the operation to attach the cornea. So that happened, and they did advise me that we may have to go back into surgery because we think your retina had detached. And sure enough, 2 days later I was back in hospital to have my retina reattached. During that operation, it was a 2.5-hour operation. I was sedated, but awake through the whole thing. And let me tell you guys, it was the most fascinating surgery I've ever been a part of. I heard all the drilling and the cutting and all that sort of fun stuff. So, surgery was done 2.5 hours later, and I walked out with a lot of hope, because prior to this moment, all my surgeries I had was hope for me. So anyway, come out of surgery, they said that, we think we've done enough to reattach part of your retina, because as they were trying to remove the scar tissue, it was ripping holes in my retina. One of my doctors had said to me, it's like chewing a piece of chewing gum, putting it on a wet tissue and trying to peel it off. But they thought they'd done enough and reattached part of the retina to save my eyesight. So going back, I actually had a vitrectomy about 10 years prior to that, and that's saved my eyesight to this point. So I went back to the surgeon a week later and he said, yep, everything's looking okay. And then I went back a week later. I walked into the surgeon's office and he just said to me, I'm so sorry. He said all the scar tissue that we had removed has grown back plus more. All we can do now is keep you comfortable. So I pretty much froze. I went numb. I couldn't speak, and I couldn't stop crying for predominantly the next 6 months. I physically couldn't speak. And I couldn't speak to anybody. I couldn't, I just couldn't talk. No words would come out of my mouth, and the tears were just constantly flowing like Niagara Falls. It was a struggle. It was really hard. I couldn't even speak to my family and friends. They reached out. I've got the most amazing support family and friends, support network around me. I couldn't talk. Eventually, my mum reached me and just said, listen, you really need to see a counsellor. So I did. I reached out to Guide Dogs Australia. That's what we have over here in Australia. And I saw a counsellor and she pretty much saved my life. I did cry for probably 2 years, and it took me a long time, but every session I had with her just helped me so much. It made me see that there is a life after blindness, and every time I spoke to her, she gave me a different tool as to how to process and how to move forward with those challenges that I face every day. Now, still blind, 8 years in, so I'm total, and I still have my bad days, I really do, but they are certainly few and far between now. I'm grateful with the grace of God that I've gotten to this point, and amazing, I'm truly blessed with an amazing support network around me. I couldn't do this without everyone in my life, and for that I'm just grateful and deeply appreciative. I stumble, I can walk into a wall, and that can set me off for like a week or a few days or a couple of weeks, and it just reminds me that I can't see, and I've got a lot of bruises and scars and bumps, and but I try as hard as I can to just remember what I've been taught and to move forward, and I do that. That's just me in a nutshell, but I just want you all to know that there is life after blindness, and anyone who has an impairment or a struggle in life, that you can overcome it. It's hard, and it does take a lot of work, and it takes the effort, but when you're ready, and I know for me it was a light bulb moment that said I need to do something now, and that made me want to try and want to sort of push past the struggle and the adversity that I go through. So I just want to tell you all that, don't ever give up, and always fight for what you believe and fight for your dreams, because this is a big step for me creating this channel, and I appreciate all of you who do watch this channel. I guess I'll have to start sharing it to make it public, but you know what, if I can help anyone in any way, please reach out. I'm always here for anyone, for a chat, and just to listen. I'm a great listener, and I would love to be that ear or shoulder for you. So on that note, I don't know I'm not sure what else to say at this point, but you know what, I'm hoping to continue on with this channel and, really start doing something, because I've always wanted to. I've been wanting to for ages. So I'm really glad that I'm starting this channel, and I just really hope that I get to know a lot more of you, and engage in all of your channels as well. So thank you all for listening. I really do appreciate that, and always believe in yourself. And my motto is you don't need to see with your eyes, you just need to see with your heart. So God bless you all, and hope you have a great day.
Stop.